Ohio by Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young is a Neil Young song, and it's going to be played in double drop D tuning. That means that our sixth string, which is typically at an E, will get dropped, detuned to a D. And your one string, which is also typically at an E, gets dropped to a D as well, so that whenever we make a D chord, if we just don't fret the first string with our second finger, like we usually would on the second fret, we leave it open, we've got a nice full sounding D chord. Alright, so this song is being played on electric, but I'm going to show you on an acoustic, and it translates just the same. There are a lot of versions out there of Neil Young playing this on acoustic, though, and that's what I've modeled this after, so it's pretty much exactly the way that he plays it. The intro is going to begin by striking the low sixth string, and then you're going to, inside of D position, go ahead and have your ring finger down on the 2-string 3 fret. You're going to hammer on with your first finger to the 3-string 2 fret. So hit the low 6 and then strum across strings like 4, 3, and 2 open, except for the 2 string. You've got your ring finger already down on the 3rd fret. And then you're going to hammer on with your first finger to the 3-string 2 fret. So you're down, 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 up. So the strumming here is going to be down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, that we're going to do in this first movement. And after the second down is where the first hammer-on is coming. So down, down, hammer-on, down, and then the up is going to be emphasizing the 2nd string 3rd fret. And then you're going to lift up your first finger from the 3rd string 2nd fret and hit the 3rd string open again, so that you've got and then immediately after that you're going to kind of mute the strings and move into a C chord. Not the C chord, an F chord, a small F chord. Your ring finger is going to go down on the 4-string 3 fret. Your second finger will go down on the 3-string 2 fret. Your first finger is going to go down on the 2-string 1 fret. Your open 1 string can remain open here, and you're going to hit down on this F chord twice. On the second time, so that's 2 hits. On the second hit, you're going to lift your second finger off the 3rd string 2nd fret and emphasize the 3rd string open. So now we've got, and then we're going to move with our ring finger to the 5th string 3rd fret. We're going to move with our second finger to the 4th string 2nd fret. First finger remaining where it's been on the 2-string 1 fret. This is making us a C chord, and we're going to repeat that same movement of 2 hits. First striking down across the C chord, and then the second strike we're going to open up now the 4th string where our second finger was on the 4-string 2nd fret, and we're going to emphasize the open 4 string. And that's the riff the first time through. Very slowly. And then the second time through, which I just played, you just hit that 5-string 3 fret, the C note, and let it die out before repeating. So once you get kind of the tight version of that riff down, you're going to notice that your strumming, you can get a little bit wider with your strumming and let the open Ds ring out a bit more. Once you get that original feel and the tightness of the riff. Alright, whenever we go to the chorus is going to be a G minor and a C major. The way that we're going to make the G minor, since we're in drop D tuning, we're going to, the first G minor gets played with the ring finger on the 5-string 3 fret, pinky finger on the 4th string 5 fret, I may have just said that wrong. Ring finger on the 5 string, 5 fret. Pinky finger on the 4th string, 5 fret. And then your first finger is going to be barring the 3rd fret of strings 3, 2, and 1. There's our G minor for this first chord. You want to avoid the open 6th string here and just go 5 string through 1 string. And a strumming pattern of just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up will get you through this. To a C chord, same C chord as before, just a standard C chord. In the C chord, you want to avoid the open 6th string, but you want the open 1 string, which is a D, to ring out. Inside of this C chord, sometimes you can hear Neil Young hammer on with pinky finger to the 4th string 3 fret inside of the C chord, and then lift it back up, and then come back to the G minor chord. The second time on the G minor, it's played like this. So where our ring and pinky fingers were on strings 5 and 4 respectively, the first G minor, now we're going to move our pinky fingers down 1 set of strings so that they are on strings 6 and 5. I've got my ring finger on string 6, 5 fret, and pinky finger on string 5, 5 fret. And then I'm barring with my first finger still those same notes on strings 3, 2, and 1. And then it repeats back to the C, back to the G minor the first way, back to the C, and then the 4th time it goes back to the G minor with your ring and pinky finger on string 6 and 5. And to get out of the chorus, he comes up to a C different from the standard C. The last C of the chorus, he takes this G minor shape and changes it up just a little bit by putting 2nd finger down on the actually, let me just talk about where the C shape becomes up here. So you're going to take your ring and pinky fingers and slide them from the 5th fret all the way up to 7, 9, the 10th fret. And you're going to then put your 2nd finger down on the 3 string 9 fret, and your first finger will go down on the 2 string 8 fret. The 1 string should still be open. That becomes your C chord. It holds that C chord for like 2 counts, and then slide that shape up 2 more frets. For the high D, I've got my ring and pinky fingers on string 6 and 5, 12th fret, an open 4 string, my 2nd finger on the 11th fret of string 3, my first finger on the 10th fret of string 2, and an open 1 string. And that's where it kind of crescendos and then falls back out of that into So those are the chords and the movements to Ohio by Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Again, Neil Young is who played and sung this, and he still plays it a lot solo. So those are the chords and movements and the riff that you need to know to approach this song. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.